Hello, hello. Finally finishing this piece. that's most of the very obvious black spaces. I need to add a few little shadows down here, maybe some back here. Just kind of pop in, but I don't want to go too much because the lettering is there, so. Alright. The reference I'm using has a lot of black spaces here. I'm worried about it being too overpowering, but I'm just gonna throw it in and see what it looks like. You can always just go back and erase it later. I do not like it. definitely don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, so that's just not going to do that. I don't hate the lines. I might just keep the small lines there. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of saying what I can get away with without it being too distracting. But I think that's it. The more black I put here, the more distracting it will be. I think unless I darken all of it. I can always add that in later. Alright. Let's see. So that's done for the most part. With ink. Fully.
This isn't outsourcing, it's outsmarting. She runs 2 companies with a team of AI specialists, and it works. All right, Pia, last time we spoke, you were buried in emails, trying to juggle 2 companies.
Yeah.
Today you sound calm. What changed?
So I basically stopped trying to be a one-woman operations team, and I hired an AI crew inside Motion.
Huh, an AI crew. Sounds fancy. You mind giving me the quick version?
Okay, so Motion gave me 4 AI employees. Ken keeps my inbox tidy and lays a clear agenda every morning. Suki plans campaigns, writes the captions, schedules posts. John warms up leads and logs everything in my CRM. And Spec drops bite-sized research before I jump on strategy calls. And they all even talk to each other.
What?
Like they adjust when plans shift and surface exactly what matters next.
So instead of ping-ponging between apps, you open one dashboard and it's just ready?
Exactly. Tasks are assigned, messages answered, calendar synced, so I can spend my time on decisions, not admin. You give the boss the busy work and keep the creativity for yourself.
Damn, I'm gonna need to get myself an AI crew.
And you should. Actually, Motion is giving out free trials right now, so you can test it out.
Pens, pencils,
and Puffs. Only Puffs has more pillowy softness every nose needs.
Hey, he's in my class.
Ooh. Grab those Puffs, Dad. Soften the blows of back to school with Puffs.
As a small business owner, ever wish you had more time to focus on growing your business? Try Intuit QuickBooks. QuickBooks brings key business tools under one roof with automated bookkeeping, payments, and payroll, and AI-powered tools to help you save time and stay organized. Plus, QuickBooks is designed to grow with you, with trusted experts available for help or to take things off your plate. Visit QuickBooks.com and get 90% off for 3 months. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
I did not realize that the music reset. It said at a certain song, I'm just worried it might have an ad in between. Well, I apologize if it does. I'll try to keep an eye on it. Anyway, almost done. Kind of at the last, not almost done, but kind of at the last portion of it. I'm pulling up the reference that I had as far as the graphic placement of this different graphic design elements, I guess you'd say. Alright. Pretty sure I downloaded a barcode. Here we go.
screaming out left, highway robbery. I think we're good. Because I'm not casting a spell next turn, so they wouldn't be able to use a free counter spell. Alright, so let me show you what you can do with Tara. We're gonna flip her over. To copy Odin. I will put one additional
Make your browser
counter
fast.
on it.
Make your browser safe.
Okay, yep.
Make
And
your
also
browser
destroy
Chrome.
this.
Choose Google
And now,
Chrome for
even
your
if I
computer.
block one of these, when this player deals combat damage to a player, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. So, we win. GG. Squall, Speed, Mercenary. Will be attacking, giving double strike if something attacks alone. Permanents again, 3 or less. When those are permanents that are creatures or lands, yes, you can make those off rifle and have a rifle for these things attacking in the graveyard. I have a feeling I'm going to be turning them into the toy. Or something else into the toy, because word off sacrifice pieces is pretty good against a slugger deck. Well, they have the Jurassic card played. Sweet. Hi, Zach. Zach can give indestructible. Grab biomes here. Let's hang out this trip. More land. I'm gonna get into another land right now. I have so many best lands in hand, too. Made up routines. I'm gonna get some damage to myself. Next turn, I pick the Terra. I bring up the Overlord. To draw in stuff and take them feature that. I'd rather start with Terra, get her into the battlefield. And if they kill her, that's fine. Like, she does something on the end of the battlefield. You know, so my graveyard, give it to Overlord. And that way I can play my land on a turn where it will come in untapped. So Terra. Hopefully she's not getting her future tides here. Didn't. Nice. I got a Wolf Willow Haven, that's some ranks in the graveyard. Perfect. Chat saying I should turn him into a boy toy. That's the way to that. Zach is just like actively waiting to give up his life here. He's like, sure, you see 1 mana and sacrifice me. No, I'm good, Zach. So you dismember in order to kill Terra. I think I'll just keep her in this graveyard though. I'm gonna bring her back to Overlord. Red Spoon, the incredible flying Zach. Oh, is this a Skull Voltron? Nice. I put a bunch of Voltron pieces in my skull too. Make sure I'm getting all my colors set up here. I can just grab a regular old swamp. Tap this for green, tap this for blue.
What's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers and I'm totally wasted. I'm sorry I bumped the camera.
It's safer to put things like Wolf Willow Haven on basics because there's fewer ways to destroy basic lands. Ooh, I also hit a Yuna here. Nice. I have other ways I could bring her back though. So I'm just gonna grab Terra. Throw her back in my hand. Liliana of the Veil. If I had played a creature this turn, it would have been sacrificed. So instead we go get discard. I'll discard the Premier Started. Done minding the old god. I can get rid of Liliana. wall. I assume they'll swing for 4 in the air. And I think I'll actually start by just removing Squall with Shelter Black Ghost. I'm gonna put this on a drive because I would like to flip Terra over. Maybe not this turn, but eventually. Giving myself lots of creatures and swinging with both of these. Right now, if I were to flip over Terra, I'm not really copying anything that consequential. Like, it would be the lower the Bailmer, it would get Peach, I would get swing it, I'd grab it, kick it to grab Luna. But that is less important to me than, like, yeah, waiting for some survival here. I will move Terra back to the noon zone. Got some board white. I'll drop Rampant Growth to land. There's one of those combo pieces. Nice. I'll start with Sithis. Big Squall, I'm able to scream. Playing Calic. Putting a counter onto Sithis. And now the Overlord is back. Let me take a look at some of the things in my graveyard. Got Witness Protection. Binding the Old Gods. Yeah, I can.
My daughter is being treated for leukemia. It hit me hard. It did. Being a girl dad, it really just melted my heart.
It changes everything.
You just you feel hopeless at that moment.
Once we got the first initial hit, it was just straight tears, sickness in your stomach, just don't want to get up out of bed.
There's always that state. Well, you gotta look on the bright side. Tell me what the bright side of childhood is.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works day after day to find cures and save the lives of children with cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Thanks to generous donors like you, families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can focus on helping their child live.
Without all of those donations, St. Jude would not be able to do all of the exceptional work that they do.
For just $19 a month, you'll help us continue the life-saving research and treatment these kids need.
No matter if it's a big business or just the grandmother that donates once a month, they are changing people's lives, and that's a big deal.
Join with your debit or credit card right now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt that you can proudly wear to show your support.
Our family is forever grateful for donations big and small because it's completely changed our lives and it's given us a second chance.
We are not going to give up hope until every single patient has an opportunity for a cure.
You can join the battle to save lives by supporting St. Jude.
Up to date with all the trends in terms of medical analysis. Particularly going to be helpful once we get rotation in a couple weeks if you can find the best.
Your workflow is important to us. Please wait indefinitely.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have the power. Not IT, not admins. You're in charge. So you can tailor work exactly how you love to do it. Whether you're managing tickets, marketing, projects, or sales, Monday.com gives you a holistic solution for everything work-related. For example, you can add custom fields, choose how you like to view your work, and easily add automation without needing help from IT. They're probably busy anyway.
Knock knock. Who's there?
Once your workflow is up and running the way you love, stay on top of it. Make sure all your business initiatives are on track with Project Portfolio. And get a centralized, real-time dashboard by simply choosing your favorite boards and picking your preferred layout. Congrats! You now have a broad view of everything that's happening. Reporting to leadership and making important decisions has never been more effortless. That's why over 225,000 customers love to use Monday.com. The first work platform Monday.com.
If you're still alive, press 1. If not, press
2. That man in the chat is a pencil. That man in the chat is a pencil. Thank you. You know what? You actually came at a perfect time. Thank you, man. So I don't know where you're at. So we're gonna call this one A. Do you like A? Oh, first off, hello. Thank you for joining. I'm close to the end with the text. I'm at that point where I don't want to do too much or too little. Let me give myself a little bit more room. So this is version A. Version A. Or are we liking, with these kind of borders, version B? Version B. Is with fill in any of them? Because I don't know if I want to, if it's too much framing or not. I like both, but I really like version A because it lets the font and kanji shine. Okay, thank you. I literally would have taken forever to decide. I have a few little assets I can kind of play around with now. Oh, that's too big. I like this 00. I kind of want to use it somewhere.
This deck here is just a bunch of draw discards, so Mako could get really big with FOMO, Cross Edict puts a bunch of counters on it, same
Picture this. Saving up to 10%. You bundle your home and auto insurance with USAA. Some things just click. Get a quote today.
Now I'm gonna get. I have to find dumb little quotes, kind of like before, where I just do some dumb little quote in the background. Oh my god, there's an ad. Okay. Sorry about the ad. The music got really weird, and I can't seem to put it back on the hour-long playlist that I had. So I am sorry if any ads and stuff start playing. I actually don't know how to reset the thing without completely like resetting everything. Really nice gradients, nice. I like the graphics, like the 00 ready to go at the hip.
killer dinos, so this is a combo recovery. So how it works, early in the game, kind of best to play out turn 2 is invasion of turn 1, is collecting resources, so just draw this dinosaur.
What's the Kaiju number 8 quote? I'm trying to think of a Kaiju number 8 quote, but it doesn't really, I don't think there's any like super quotable. I could just do another Frankenstein quote like last time. Okay, I found a few. I'm gonna kind of show that here. Huh? We're getting ads. So I tried hard in my own way, but there's always someone. I kind of realized, that sounds depressing. I kind of like this one. Ah! Chasing your dreams and going somewhere. I kind of like this one too. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna see what these look like in kanji form and just throw them up on there. They added these, oh yeah, like they added these ellipses, but they of course added the ellipses. Okay, so I have the first one ready. LOL, I thought I saw the quote say Kafka and I thought it was Franz Kafka quotes of anime, which is, that would actually be pretty funny. No, it's somewhat even cooler. It's Kafka but anime. I know I wanted to have a lot of stuff down here, so I don't mind putting a lot of extra stuff down here. But I also don't want to go too crazy. Oh my god, another ad play. I'm so sorry. genuinely don't know if it's better just to not have, just to like not have music. I'm deviating a lot from the reference that I had. So let me see. Okay, let me put this all in one folder. I'm going to call this version 1. I'm going to test out another one. Oops. But it tells me kind of making things smaller, so I'm just going to save that before I completely redo everything. Okay, I don't think I'm going to keep that as. Let me just erase it. Okay, I'm still kind of leaning toward the first one, but let me keep messing around with this one for a tiny bit more.
time to focus on growing your small business? Try Intuit QuickBooks. AI-powered tools like automatic reconciliation take tedious tasks off your plate so you can focus on big picture growth. Try Intuit QuickBooks.
So you found an awesome job post, but your resume is outdated? No worries. With Adobe Acrobat Pro, super easy.
Oh my god, okay, I know I played it. I might just do it without music. See how that goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. LOL, no ads unless you're getting paid for the time slot. Actually, it's funny now that you mention it. I didn't even think about that because I don't know if this thing is gonna get copywritten because I don't even know what music the ads use. So if they had a song in there that I could actually play, then ooh. Okay, I think I'm liking the first version. I'm looking at this one here to see kind of which one pops more. I think this one definitely pops a lot more. Let's see what happens when I erase a few lines here and there. If it's super noticeable or not. I'm worried there's too much negative space here. I don't hate the grayscale one. That's funny.
are clothing description. Very nice. However, for this one reason, for this situation, this services is actually a change. Because our opponent thought that we cannot use the pair, and we actually do. And we didn't go to damage. Do I want to go for Alcoria Eyes? I think we start with the ignorance.
I'm really confused as to what's happening here. This one is 100% normal, 100% normal. So I'm trying to figure out why I can still see the lines over it. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, because I didn't fill in all the way. Oh, okay. So actually,
So that's looking, they're preparing for next turn without logic. But on the bright side, they cannot deal more damage, so that's super nice. Let's go for the flyer. This will be a time to destroy. Can you believe that we can actually try to see them in the next turn?
have you tried overlaying it on a stock image or a magazine or a coffee table or a stack of magazines? I have not actually. I know there's a way to do that, but I haven't actually seen how to. I should be able to technically. Erwin Papa, what's up? Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I got them all pretty leveled without messing with the other colors. I'm at that point where I'm trying to find out when is too much.
So this cares about artifacts with a higher value piece into your working point. So this will let you create constructs. The purpose invades like birthing pod is another card that lets you 2-up stuff. So it turns these smaller ones into more since it goes chain. United Battlefront helps you find all these pieces. With 3 mana kind of detention sphere, Oblivion Ring style effects, and Aegis as well as Furnace Snare. This deck is very expensive wild card wise for very niche cards, so keep that in mind. There's going to be a new temporary locker in the new set that's an artifact, kind of similar effect.
So how are you guys doing tonight? Anyone working on anything else?
So strategic deterrence cards, which you can modify. This is just tons of removal counters. It sounds as a cheap counter spell, a bunch of cheap removal mixed into here. We're winning basically with chase moves or breach the multiverse.
Just drawing for fun. Nice. I feel like every time I've seen your stream, you've been working. So I'm sure it's nice to finally just chill and draw. Some character art. Oh, dope! I'm excited to see the new character. I haven't added that streak of red. I don't know if I want to add that streak of red. I might. I'm procrastinating. Ha! Why not?
This one's a little bit more energy focused, just in terms of the deck, but I like the default in
You have definitely earned some procrastination, so enjoy it.
This is another version of the deck. Summer Prohibitor does the case with the Almost Fly Trap, so then you get some value there. Transform my Desperate Origin. It's a little bit slower. I do like Keen Curator best much. Drops the card, you get his opponent's graveyard, and then we bid on his own. You'll see things like Cedar Hope, Play the Graveyard, Bushwhack. Personally, I only like 3 Violet Urges. It's only good in 2 Bitcoin. And then, like, that's usually what happens. Like, especially if I overprotect, it's not as potent. You're not playing as many trackable cards in the deck. Overprotect is like really nice with bigger creatures. And then lastly, just want to show a version of token deck, the Caretaker's Tower. This one from Leicester's profile, 120 and 73. It's mythic. So this deck here is just kind of a take on the Caretaker's Tower specs, play tokens, and get value. We see this one kind of tech for best of one, with first backing in the main, exercise is kind of flexible, removal, builder style with the rebuy stuff. Notably no carrot cake in this one. I would probably still consider carrot cake. This one just got more removal. So you see split ups for day judgment.
I don't hate how that looks on the kaiju part.
Nothing is going to survive from your opponent's side, and then a bunch of bombers on top end. You could play something Citadel as well. That just plays nicely with the demolition fields and the Falcon Forts. You can play lay down arms is another option, just to keep playing the ball in the back of this thing. So that is it. Good luck to those playing, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.
Okay, I'm gonna test with that, or leave that there for right now. I think this is the last kind of part, if the thunder or lightning looks good on it or not. Across the eye is tough, like black kanji contrast. I was liking it across the eye. I almost feel a little weird because I didn't intend to kind of exactly rip the color palette of my last one, but also, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let me use this one so it has a little bit more of that jagged edge.
The good times will not last long. So the bears must feed as fast as they can. During the summer months, an adult can put on 180 kilos of original plants. And if they can catch them...
Oh hey, little happy accident.
Mothers show the cubs what to do about this. They'll soon catch on. Some trees, it seems, are particularly suitable for mothering. Bears have their favourites and will travel long distances to visit them. Some itches just have to be scratched.
Sorry, I'm at the end. I got all quiet. I'm all hyper focused on trying to get this just right. I'm getting close. I feel like I'm pushing up on that line of adding too much. So.
There are now around 30 bears in this one valley. As they work, each leaves an individual and recognizable scent. So the tree still carries a list of who's around. This might help individuals avoid a fight. To best spread their scent, they really have to put their back into it.
Okay, what happened if I move this? Oops.
But summer is short. It is satisfactorily scratched. It's time to eat. In a couple of months, they will have to return to their dens to hibernate. So now they must put on as much weight as they can. Termites. An important source of protein.
I don't know if it needs the lightning. It might be too much.
But perhaps they are an acquired taste. He's off to search for something he might prefer. It's hard to know where to look. Or where it's safe to clamber.
Meh. Okay. I think it looks fine without the lightning.
Containing different foods. And some of the most delicious are in the very highest parts of the canopy, 50 meters above the ground.
This one isn't too bad.
He's a couple of years old, and he's already getting adventurous. His mother would climb right to the top in 10 minutes or so if she wanted to, but she lingers to keep an eye on him. A fall from this height could be fatal. Where the gaps between the branches are too wide for him, his mother lets him use her body as a bridge. Only 10 meters to go before the top.
Okay, let me erase the stuff that I'm not using.
but it's hard going for small crowds. He's had enough.
I think I'm gonna take that one off. Give him a little room to breathe there. I like the hint of lightning. We're getting close. We're getting very, 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 very close. And then I can sleep. So I ended up waking up early today and visiting a friend in LA who has this thing about walking everywhere. So we literally walked like 4 miles today. I'm about to crash, but I was like, no, let me get this done. Of course that couldn't just work.
It's the longest of all childhoods, except ours.
Deep in the rainforests of Costa Rica, life can be difficult. From the heat of the dry season to the dense rain of the wet season, conditions here can be brutal to filming. For the Planet Earth 3 crew arriving at the start of the wet season, it's tough. But for these gliding tree frogs that they're here to film, the start of the wet season triggers their explosive mating events. This year, however, the most important ingredient has been sorely lacking: rain.
It's insane. I've literally never seen a pond so dry before. Gliding tree frogs really need intense rain. They need hours and hours of rain in the afternoon and evening to trigger their breeding. They need to come down to the pond first because they need to lay their eggs.
Okay.
All we have to do now is just wait for the rain and wait for the pond to fill up and wait for the frogs.
And so, the wait begins.
Since day 10 and there still hasn't been any rain, the pond is completely dry and there's no.
It's quite frustrating waiting every day. There's not much to do apart from just wait for the frogs to arrive, wait for the rain to arrive.
It's not a cloud in the sky, right? It's still beautiful, really, but not what we're doing.
I'm really a little bit concerned.
Finally, 24 days into the shoot.
The rain's finally arrived. This is great. It's really heavy. If this lasts overnight, then tomorrow it's on.
So fingers crossed tomorrow, okay? By the a chorus of frog calls. They're here. Carefully, the team make their way to the site. The pond is definitely full. Amongst calls from a plethora of frog species, including the gliding tree frog itself, the team set up, and time is of the essence. Equipment primed and in place, the shoots will finally begin.
These mating events are just like absolute chaos. There are thousands and thousands of frogs piled onto just a few leads of birds in this event.
Really amazing spectacle, isn't it? The males vastly outnumber the females.
Okay.
Scramble in search of a suitor.
I think
Large clusters known as mating doors
we are
created by
finished.
all this attention.
Let me mess around with this color a little bit. Not that it matters, apparently.
To these caiman lurking below, it's an easy meal. The less patient also have ways of snapping up the tails. But in the leaves above, the action continues. Successful males and their partners head to a nearby leaf where the female lays her eggs and the male then fertilizes them. Once the tadpoles have had time to mature, they emerge, ready to take the plunge. The seasonal pond now provides a home for thousands of future gliding tree frogs. For the crew, the waits and the wets have been worth it.
I feel relieved. We've got everything we need today. The folks were great. So grateful to take a really great basic event. They gave some absolutely everything we needed. The most amount of frogs I've ever seen in my life.
These gliding tree frogs have ensured that future generations will return for their own mating events here at this pond, securing their species survival for years to come.
This may look like a ball of 1 million individuals, but make no mistake, the colony acts as one. A superorganism with a sensory system of 2 million antennae. A skeleton made from the living bodies of workers. A defense system of soldier ants, ready to act at any sign of danger. A digestive system processing piles of food deep inside. Even a coordinated system for dealing with all the waste. These are insects that, by working together, transcend individual size. The colony can search the entire jungle.
Okay, I can do a few of those there.
Each day, it sends out a silent probe into the forest in quest of food. It doesn't use scouts like other ants. Instead, a vast search party pushes into virgin territory. Seeking out the signs of anything alive. They spread out along the 10-meter front, sweeping across the forest floor. To find prey, the ants must first touch it. The irony is that this, the most successful hide-and-seek player in the forest, is almost completely blind. It distinguishes the living only by their movement. As long as an animal remains still, it is safe. But the slightest twitch will give it away. Within seconds, the prey is pinned down. Within minutes, it's torn apart at its joints. The more the prey struggles, the more the ants engage.
Yeah, the black text. Not me being indecisive again.
Right across the raid front, prey of all sizes are driven from their hiding places. Even wasps must abandon their homes when the ants arrive. Everything alive in the path of the raiders, overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
The jungle's hot. This unit finds a soul. Despite being totally wild, somehow she worked out what to do with it. Like us, orangutans have an opposable thumb that allows them to grasp and handle objects with precision. Over 20 years ago, a rescue orangutan learned how to saw by watching people constructing the huts here. This is a totally different and loyal orangutan. She seems to take pride in her work, even clearing away the sawdust. She's so smart, she uses her feet.
Just being indecisive again.
Filming a wild-born and free-living orangutan mastering this complex task is remarkable. But now, she's not the only orangutan sawing. Spy orangutan has joined her. It seems to be bringing out a competitive streak. She's becoming even more enthusiastic.
Well, I'm definitely going to overthink the playing position of this one. I for some reason feel like there's just a lot of negative space here. But I don't, every time I put something there, it's like, there's too much.
Then, finally, calls it a day. Spy orangutan may have machine-like stamina, but it's the astonishing and versatile mind of the real orangutan that's won the day. She certainly earned her rest.
This tiny poison herb is carrying his tadpole pickerback. It hatched on a leaf, and now he's taking it to a pool in a bromeliad, high up in the branches. The tadpole wriggles off. He may have half a dozen babies, each of which he puts into his own tiny pool.
Nope.
He makes regular tours of all his nurseries, checking on his tadpole's welfare. This youngster is hungry and tells himself by nibbling his legs and vibrating against his body.
Maybe I can squeeze in a big kanji piece over here.
He needs help.
Alright. Ah, no.
For only he knows exactly where he deposited each tadpole. This one is now very hungry indeed. He calls to the female encouragingly. She jumps in, perhaps to assess the situation.
Am I saying it wrong? Which one is it? It is. Okay.
Without having done what's required, so he keeps calling. In she goes a second time. This time, she produces food for the hungry tadpole. An infertile egg. There. Out she comes. And mother and father embrace.
can retrieve up to 4,000 of them. To achieve this feat, as winter approaches, the area of the brain responsible for memory enlarges 15%. The squirrels show another brainy trait, cunning.
There we go. I'm kind of feeling that offset. Okay, so let's see what happens when we put it below.
He licks a soft touch. And the squirrel needs to be sure. He lashes his tail to show confidence. Fluffing it up makes him appear bigger and shows who's boss. Spy Squirrel is a pushover. He's going to be popular. The nut is immediately stashed away. But clever minds can also be devious. And this squirrel watches where the nut is hidden. As soon as it's buried, she makes a move. Okay if you don't get caught, but there's big trouble if you do. The duped squirrel needs to be craftier this time. The crook may still be watching, but this is what he wants. In a shameless display of overacting, he pretends to bury his nut. The thief waits until the performance is over. Then quietly sneaks in. But there's no nut to pilfer here. Hardly surprising. It's stashed in his intended victim's mouth. With the nut raider preoccupied, he can either eat it or bury it secretly. But the thief hasn't abandoned her life of crime. Spy Squirrel has a new nut. One with a camera. Theft is such an easy option. Around a fifth of all squirrels steal nuts rather than forage for them. It's a crafty way of letting others do the hard work. But this time, the thief has picked the wrong nut.
In these forests lives a bird that is about as unbird-like as it is possible for a bird to be. It's nocturnal, though it sometimes wakes up before sunset. It has whiskers, so it can feel its way in the dark. It's a parrot, and weighing up to 4 kilos, it's the world's heaviest. And yes, you guessed it, it can't fly. Meet the kakapo. Too heavy and short wing to get airborne. It climbs trees instead. perhaps one of the most successful and abundant herbivores in New Zealand, the Kiwi equivalent of our rabbit. In 1899, explorer Charlie Douglas wrote, "They could be caught in the moonlight by simply shaking the tree or bush until they tumbled to the ground, like shaking down apples." Its favorite food is up above, the tiny seeds of the remu tree. This fruit fuels kakapo reproduction, and they only breed when the trees produce a bumper crop. So about once every 4 years.
Alright, I think that is it.
Kakapo breeds slower than any other bird, but they
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I was double checking some stuff. I was kind of seeing this last minute, like, you know, which one looked better, which one looked worse, kind of thing.
They really are quite odd-looking creatures. Small, compact, jet-black fur, and as well as about the size of a spaniel. They have this strange hair and
Okay.
big foreheads and a permanent look of surprise on their faces. They really are peculiar-looking creatures.
I'm almost done.
Okay, so maybe there is a passing resemblance.
I think this is it. Not a shout. I asked kind of Ray his opinion on a few little things here and there, but I believe we are good. I don't want to add too much. I think this is a good level where it's not too crazy, not too much. Let's see. I like the washed out pastel tones. Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of going for that kind of washed out color look. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. And then I had kind of two different gradients to work with, but I'm going to go with this one. It's very similar color scheme to the last one I did, but I think it kind of goes well. That might just be like my thing. Now here's the question though. The last time I was exporting it is when it messed up. So I learned something about when it has a gradient and when it has these tones here, it kind of wigs out. And I have tones at the very top, in the background, as well as towards the very bottom. So I am actually kind of worried that they might mess up. But let's see. Export JPEG. Luckily, I can kind of see when it's going to be messed up. I don't know where I saved the last one. Here we go. So even if I do arc CMYK, okay. Alright. I think it worked this time. Yeah, you know what? It might be because the last file I worked on was really big. Well, let me double check, because it kind of looked normal, so let me pull up the picture. No, it's doing the same thing. So when I export it... Oh wait. Wait. Yeah, it does the same thing. So whenever I export it, it kind of gets rid of the color. So you see the color at the top part here, and the color here, it never matches up. And I have yet to figure out what's going on. And I think the only thing I can do is if I do File, Export, JPEG. Save as, or replace, yes. I have to do Enable ICC profile, maybe that's it. Do advanced settings, I have to do turn off tone effects. And when I turn off the tone effects, it'll get the same colors, but it gets rid of the tone. So I don't know. I might have to bite the bullet and sign up for Reddit or something like that. I, to this day, have no idea what's wrong with it, nor do I have any idea how to fix that problem. But yeah, this is what we got. There's the picture. Actually, if I turn off the grayscale, actually let me put on another color before I do that. And it was this one. Let me get rid of the one I'm not using. Yeah, and I don't know. Okay, maybe that's it. I just deleted something. If I delete that, and then do File, Export, JPEG, Mass Cybernetics 2 test. I'm sure this is super fun. I'm going to do Enable Tone Effects. Nope, it got rid of the colors. That's so weird. I'm going to figure it out. You can even see here, there's like a bluish to these, and it takes off most of that. And if I kind of export it, is it on all arts with overlay layers? So it's not the overlay layers from what I'm seeing. I believe it's the gradient map, because right now I'm coloring it with this gradient map, and that's where I think it's messing up. But it throws me off because I know people who like swear by like being able to use the gradient map to color. So I don't know if they like, but that's the thing, even when I like get everything, just to kind of show you, it's kind of bugging me. Oh, what did I have here? Ooh, no, too washed out. I'm just erasing all this extra stuff that I had, so I don't get all confused. I don't need that. I think that was a sketch. Yeah, it was a sketch. Even if I hit flatten image, the colors go away. So even when I try to just flatten it and then export it as like just the JPEG by itself, it still has the problem. And the only thing that I've seen that worked is to get rid of the tone effect, and that's it. Which sucks because I do feel like, as much as I don't hate this, the tone effect definitely kind of gives it that extra oomph. Like side by side, it just has that extra little, push to it, you know? No, I don't want to do that. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh my god, no. Like, I feel like it's just, I don't know. Side by side, I can tell the difference. And I know it's because I probably worked on it, but still, it's just meh. It's kind of crappy seeing it like that. What's going on there? Is that? Hold on. Okay, this into there.
Ligaments bind her toes together, turning her claws into large hooks.
so she hangs from a branch without spending much energy. This bizarre body has developed as one big adaptation to a specialized diet. She eats just a few kinds of trees.
Okay, I like that better than the little spots that are missing out of it. That's not one. That's part of the lightning. This is absolutely me nitpicking. Oh my bad. Maybe CMYK code and software exporting and recognizing tone. Did you import the tone or did you make it with a brush or a symbol? I didn't import the tone. I used the whatchamacallit. I'll pull it up in 2 seconds. Give me 1 second. Let me just fix this real fast. Okay. So for the tones, what I did is I use the gradients, another gradient. So I use a manga gradient and then I'll throw it on and then I'll go here and turn it into a screen tone layer. So I can turn it off and turn it back on. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Whew. I can turn it off and turn it back on. You can kind of see at the top here. And same thing over here. If you look at the bottom, I can turn it off and turn it back on. So I'm using that. But it's kind of the same thing, even if I kind of like rasterize this one and it just turns into a, let's say if I like rasterize both, rasterize, so even if I were to rasterize both layers, so it's not technically using a tone effect. I don't remember that working, but then you know what? Ain't gonna lose nothing by trying right now. So let's see. Test. CMYK. And we'll just enable. It gets rid of the color. Same thing. Color's gone. So yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be a oh my god, Reddit, I might need your help kind of thing. Where's that one? Okay, let's talk about it. It might be me messaging Reddit and saying, hey, hopefully somebody knows. Yeah, because you can kind of really see it here, especially when they're side by side. This is with the color, this is without the color. Completely different feel to it. So let me just export this one now. Wild piqued my interest. Look, you want to know? It's definitely like I want to find out, but unfortunately, with like the last time I got stuck at this point, it was just because I was. It's kind of the same situation where I was like, oh, I'm tired, so I don't want to like spend too much time figuring it out. But I will. I'm probably just gonna post maybe something in the software's last update. It must be like at first I thought it might have been because the file that I was using was too large, because it was like some obscenely big pixel file. So I thought like, oh, maybe it's just having trouble reading that. But this one's smaller. Like I've done a lot of my work with these pixel size, so like I can't imagine it's the pixel size that's messing things up. I don't know. I do want to find out. Like I said, not to put everything on the internet, but I do think it's going to be one of those post on Reddit and then someone's going to be like, oh my god, yeah, that's the blah 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 problem that I had, and I'll find out. I do like it because actually I like the black and white version of it. So let me export this one too, because why the fuck not? Mass cybernetics. Black and white. Yeah, why not? And this one's no color, so I can leave the tone effect on this one. And then the finalized image. Got this one and the black and white. This one and the black and white. Alright. But yeah, that is it. We is finished. I am not mad with how this one came out. I kind of like the color scheme, so I'm kind of working on these ones. You were there with me talking about the whole what I want to work on next, so these might be some fun little graphic design things I play around with like later on. Did I export these RGB? No, I didn't. Yeah, this one was CMYK. This one was RGB. Okay. Yeah. This kind of maybe be like a little graphic design thing I work on, but yeah. We are finished, I think. Give myself a mission. I will be spending the next little bit of time trying to figure out exactly what's going on and why it's acting the way it's acting. Sorry, just kind of labeling everything so I know what's on and what's off. But yeah, I will kind of play around with it, see if I can figure out that thing. If it's something with the program, hopefully there's a workaround. I've enjoyed working with gradient layers, but if I have to avoid working with gradient layers so I don't have to deal with this problem, I kind of would prefer to have the tone than to use gradient layers, because I can always somewhat kind of fake what the gradient layer is doing with an overlay layer or with the color layer. So I could still do the same like black and white like this, and then do kind of color layers over it like so. And though, I mean, obviously it'd be different colors so they pop a lot more, but that'll help with this whole gradient layer thing. But yeah, that'll probably be the solution at a certain point. Save it for the 5th time to be safe. And there we go. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Thank you again, keeping the chat going so I don't go crazy. Appreciate everyone here. I know that the music wasn't going, so it was probably more quiet than other ones. I will definitely figure that out. Yeah, thank you very much. This one, I was supposed to finish it in like a day or two. Definitely took me more time. But this was fun. Again, I'll probably be doing a few more here and there in this style as time goes on. I do want to kind of schedule more of this kind of projects, but I do want to also put time for animation. So that's probably going to change with future live streams. But for right now, we're just going to chalk this one up as a day's done. Again, I always ramble at the end. Thank you for joining. Thank you for kind of help killing time. Definitely made this project go a lot easier, and it was nice to talk to someone about the tech problem so I don't feel like I'm absolutely crazy. Because seeing someone see how weird it's acting validates that it's weird, so I don't have to be like, am I doing something wrong? So anyways, thank you. Again, I will be online. I'm taking like a day or so off, be online later this week. I have some other little, maybe some more poster kind of designs I'll be doing. But yeah, appreciate you being here. And have a good evening. Have a good night. Nice. Looking forward to the next stream. For sure. Hopefully it's a good design. So far I think I've been doing okay, but there's gonna be one of these that's gonna come out really bad, and we'll do that together. But alright. Have a good night. I'm repeating myself, so I will be ending 5, 4, 3, 2, peace.